Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a belly dancing Egyptian look. I am going to be doing this tutorial in voiceover so that it's easier to follow. Any details will be in the description box. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit the bell for all my future videos. I am recording Halloween videos right now, so stay tuned. Let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So for this look, I want to create a cat eye effect, and with that, to make it easier, I'm using some Scotch tape. This is just regular old tape, and I'm being very gentle in this area, trying to match it with the other side, making sure that I'm measuring it with my nails. Then I'm gonna just jump into priming my eyelids with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And here I am using the Jaclyn Hill palette. The colors that I'm using are Creamsicle and Butter. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend that color into my crease with my Sigma E40 blending brush. Jumping into gel liner, I'm using the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black with the brush that it comes with, and I'm going to go ahead and do a wing and blend it out with a sponge applicator. After that, I'm going to go ahead and blend out that color with a round pointed brush and blend it out while it's wet. So here we're just gonna keep building with the gel liner, the smudge applicator, and the blending brush. And then we're just gonna build up and set that color by blending it out with some black shadow from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. And back and forth with the blending brushes, just keep blending, blending, blending. Jumping in here with the liquid eyelining pen from Clinique in Pretty Easy, and the color is Black 01, and I'm going to do a wing liner, and then I'm going to blend that out with the blending brush with some black eyeshadow and build up that wing. After we've built up that wing, I'm going to jump into eyeshadow, and I'm using Makeup Geek's foiled shadow in the color Fortune Teller on my finger, and then going in precisely with a brush. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and peel back the tape, and look at that edge. It's just awesome. You gotta celebrate that, right? After you peel back all of the tape, you want to make sure you go in with a wipe, and I'm using the Kirkland makeup wipes. I'm jumping into brows, and I'm using the ColourPop pencil just to define my brows and make them larger. I do want my brows to be bold in this look, so I am going to stencil out the way that I want my brows to be shaped and start filling them in. Now it's time to clean up the brows. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape with a synthetic brush, and I'm blending it out with a Morphe brush and applying that gold highlighter from the Sophx palette. Then I'm gonna outline and clean up the brows from the top, and I'm gonna blend that out with the Real Techniques multitasking blending brush. Going ahead with the Urban Decay black shadow in the Naked Basics palette with the Morphe E29 brush, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows to make them a little bit more defined and darker, and to set that brow pencil that we put down earlier. Jumping into contouring, I do want to make my face a little bit more structured, and I do want to make my nose a little bit slimmer. The under eye is more brighter, so I'm going ahead and doing highlight and contour. I do have a video all about highlight and contour. Please check that out. I will link it up in the cards and down below. This look, the nose contour is very important, so I'm using a dual-ended synthetic brush by Urban Decay, and I'm blending out that color and reshaping my nose. Once I move product, I am wiping down my brush on a tissue to avoid excess of product on my nose. Because we're not blending it down, I do have to blend that color off somewhere, so I'm using the tissue to help me remove product and blend out the product on my nose. This brush with the EcoTools flat-ended blending sponge makes the world of a difference on the nose contour. Just see how it looks like once I blend out that color and go back into the Urban Decay dual-ended brush, I'm able to manipulate the product and reshape my nose. Once I'm done blending out the darker color, I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape, and I am highlighting the center of my nose and making it really, really slim in that area. I'm going to go ahead and further blend out that concealer with the back of the sponge and apply a translucent powder to the center of my nose to set the concealer and under my eyes and my jawline. Right into contour, I'm using the Pro HD by Makeup Revolution, and I'm blending that out with the Sigma F30 brush. Go ahead and use the two darker shades in the Sophx highlighter palette from Makeup Revolution on my Crown Fiber brush. Here I am going in with the pink shade on the apples of my cheek, and I'm jumping into the gel liner by Maybelline and putting that under my eyes and smudging it out with the sponge applicator. Here I am blending out Creamsicle and Butter with my Sigma E70, then diffusing that color out with the E40. Here I'm using Midnight Cowboy by Urban Decay, the gel liner, and I'm putting that on my lid. And I'm gonna jump into the winged liner now. The steps I'm taking for the wing liner are to make my eyes appear larger and more cat-eye-ish. So I'm using the Clinique liquid liner to extend my eye and color in my inner tear duct. I get the liner in my eye. It doesn't irritate my eye, but be careful if it does irritate your eye. Just be very careful in this area. Once I'm done filling that in, I'm gonna use an e.l.f. detailed precise brush to apply some black shadow and set that inner corner, and I'm gonna jump into the Maybelline gel liner and line my waterline and my tight line. Once I'm done doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the sponge applicator and blend out that gel liner on my lower lash line. Look at that difference. With highlighter, I'm gonna apply that to my cheekbones with the e.l.f. blush brush. Then to make the highlighter pop, I'm going to use the Fuego highlighter by Dose of Colors, Desi x Katy, and Molten Gold by Maybelline, and blend that all over in the highest points of my face. I'm applying Fuego to my nose highlight. And using the Morphe G30 brush with whatever's left from the contour on my nose and blending it out with the Sigma E40 brush. Off camera, I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes. These are Everyday Lashes by Mila in the style Tease, and I'm just waiting for my lash glue to dry while I sip on my coffee. Isn't my cup so cool? It's my grandma's cup. I love it so much. After that, I'm going to go ahead and set my brows with some mascara and apply Jeffree Star Cosmetics-Weirdo with Fenty Beauty's Uncensored to my lips. I'm going to actually line my lips first with the Hot Red liner by Italia. Once I've mixed the color to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and use a lip brush to fill in my lips. I'm going to go ahead and start filling in my lips, but leaving the center open because I will be applying the Fenty Beauty red lipstick in the shade color Uncensored to the center, just to make an ombre effect on my lips and have a contrast. Once I'm done filling in the lips, I'm going to go ahead and clean them up with some concealer and a concealer brush. I'm going to blend that out with the e.l.f. concealer brush and set that with some translucent powder and shake my thing. Now here I am using Molten Gold by Maybelline, the highlighter on my shoulder and my collarbone. Then I'm going to go ahead and use a dual fiber brush by e.l.f. and put it all over my body. What's a belly dancer without showing off her belly? So I definitely want to highlight and contour my stomach. I'm using the foundation stick by Makeup Revolution in the shade F14 and the G30 brush by Morphe just to go ahead and carve out my abs. Once I'm done blending that out, I'm going to go ahead with a foundation brush with whatever's left off of blending out the foundation on my face, and I'm going to blend out that contour further and apply more color to my stomach. My stomach is really pale, so I do have to do this step, and then I'm going to go ahead and use a contour color from the Makeup Revolution HD palette and set that color. After blending out that contour, I'm going to use the Sigma F30 to blend it out and jump into highlighter. I'm going to go ahead and use the gold highlighter from the Sophx palette with Makeup Revolution on the center part of my abs. With this technique, your abs are going to be more defined. And that is it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I really enjoyed creating it for you. If you did like it, please share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because I am recording Halloween tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
وتعيش أحلام